Hello everybody, my name is Chris Davison and I'm here for the CAPT tutorial series. Today I'd like to demonstrate the repinning a hammer flange with brooches, variable size brooches, and as well show the use of a gram weight tool. And so we'll undertake that and we'll work on this lovely new Yamaha C3 here and see if we can find a hammer center pin that's not just right and make a correction. A couple of things that I should say about the repinning is that first of all, it's understood that there's three different possibilities in repinning. You could have it could be just right, and we would have to do nothing to it. Could be too tight, or it could be too loose. If it's too tight, of course, we're not going to get good repetition. We might have sluggish action or just heavy feel to it. Especially if you have a whole set of hammers that are too tight, that may be a real detriment to the player, even though things seem to be working properly. It's just really heavy, sluggish feeling. On the other hand, it could be too loose, in which case you'd have voicing issues, noisy action, no resistance, so no difference between pianissimo and fortissimo blow, and so really we want to stick it just right, and just right in this case for Yamaha, Steinway, Kawai, those are three that I know of. They use a standard on the hammer flange of in between 3 and 4 grams, and we're going to aim for that today as well. So we'll try it out. So let's take a look at the tools for the job. Here's we have our center pins, obviously, variety of center pins. Flush cutting center pin cutters. We'll put up there. Pin punch. There's various models of these. Here's the brooches. You can get these at most good tool and part supply houses. Various sizes. I have included in here my old 3-cornered cutter, and this I only use this for very rough work because it's very difficult to get a balance between the two sides. I'll show a little bit later. I'll get a close-up of these and just show the demonstration of how these are made and how they work. And the gram gauge. Gram gauge with the little T on the end here, and the T is placed on the hole of the hammer, the screw hole of the hammer flange. I'll show you how that works. And from that you can get a very accurate measure of the tightness of the center pin. So we're going to see if we can find, let's just get this clutter out of here for a second. We're going to see if we can find a center pin that needs to be replaced. And of course here we're working on a relatively new Yamaha. We're not going to find anything terribly far out, but we might find something that would be worth repinning. If not, we'll invent one. First of all, I'm looking to see if there's any sluggish hammers, and usually by the time I've got my pinning gear out, I already know that that I'm there to solve a problem, either too tight or too loose. In this case, I'm watching the hammers bounce. So I let them go, and a number of them bounce at the same time, same speed, and go back to settle to 0, while others bounce higher. So from this camera angle, you can see that these two samples, I'll show you how they stand out. We can raise the hammers and allow them to bounce, and we can see that this hammer and this one as well bounce a little faster and this one a little slower. We want to see that hammer come down and go almost immediately to rest. So there you can see it bounce. And so that's one of them, and we see this on the camera.